No, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh. So, what are 3D shapes? Right? Any clue, any idea, any prior, uh, you know, idea about what 3D shapes are? Let's talk about axes, right? Just input. When we're talking about axis or axes, right? We've got different types of axes. Yes or no? We've got the y-axis, the x-axis, which are the most commonly used ones. Right? When we're making graphs, we use y-axis and x-axis. How are they formed? They're formed by a horizontal line and a perpendicular vertical line. Okay. So this is the y-axis. Sorry, and the x-axis, right? So we've got two dimensions here. This is 2D. This is a right angle, right? Now there is another axis if we introduce it from front to back, right? So this is right to left, this is up down, and when there is front to back, this axis is called z-axis. Okay. So now we've introduced a third dimension. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So within that, we have the right to left, this x from here to here, the top to bottom, this x from here to here, and the front to back x here to here. So in a cube, these three dimensions, when multiplied together, will be either L cube or X cube, right? To give you volume. Okay, make sense?
Yes.
So now, what is the net? Sorry, right. So, what is net diagram? Net diagram is basically when you open up this into a 2D plane, right? So when you open this cube up into a 2D plane, you get one, two, three, four, five, six faces, right? So this is a face or a surface, right? Similarly, when you open a cuboid, right? So you get similarly one, two, three, four, five, six faces. Now, can you see that this occupies a surface? Yes, as a 2D surface.
Yes.
Yes, right? So what we do is all of these faces, we take out each area, right? So this will be x multiplied by x, so x square. This will be again x square, x square, x square, x square, x square. Why? Because both lengths are equal to x, right? Okay. So when we add all of these up in order to find surface area, we get six faces all having x square as the size. Say, good, makes sense.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now when we're talking about a cuboid, now the cuboid has right to left, top to bottom, and front to back. Right. This is called length. This is called breadth, and this is called height. Okay. When we open this up, you'll have one box which has 3 times h, right? Breadth times height. One which has again breadth times height. One which has length times height. One which has length times breadth. One which has length times height. One which has length times breadth. Right? So you've got BH, BH, LH, LH, LB, LB, right? So you've got two of each. Okay? So 2 BH when we're taking out surface area, right? Volume के अंदर we will multiply all of these together. So you get length into breadth into height. Volume के अंदर you multiply all three dimensions together in order to find how much 3D space it's covering. ठीक है? Surface area के अंदर you take out the area of each face in order to find out if it was placed flat on a 2D plane, how much surface would it cover. Okay, so we have taking out the surface area 2LH plus 2PH plus 2LB. Right? Makes sense?
Yep.
Okay. Now, when we're talking about prisms, so yeah, so the top to bottom and left to right, if this is a triangular based prism, so yeah, the top to bottom and left to right is a triangle. So that is half times base into height. Yes or no? Area of triangle पता है? याद है?
Yes.
Okay. So this is your top to bottom and left to right dimensions. Then you have the front to back dimension, say, which is, let's say, length. Okay. So you'll multiply this by length. So LBH into or half base height into L, right? Or half LBH. Can you see that this is half of the formula of a cuboid? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Right. So basically, when we're taking a triangle is somewhat half of a rectangle. So whenever we have the formula for a triangle, we have half base into height. So if we place another one here, it would form a quadrilateral, right? Yeah, which has a similar formula to a rectangle. Now, when you open this up, you'll have two faces which are triangles. When we're taking out surface area, so this will be half base into height. This will be half base into height. And they'll have three rectangular faces, which are base into length, height, or no, the diagonal of this triangle. So let's call that T into length. And then you'll have this, which has again base into length. Make sense? In fact, this will also be not the base. This will also be the diagonal. So diagonal times length. Make sense?
Yes.
So yeah, because this is what will match this side, and this is what will match this side when you fold it back up. When we're talking about cylinders, I have to show you a video in order to make this concept clearer. The first thing that we can talk about is the volume. Volume के अंदर again, if we're talking about the left, right, and front to back dimensions, you have the area of the circle, yes, which is pi r square. Okay, yes, yes,
Yep.
okay. And then you have the top to bottom dimension, which is height. So when you're taking out the volume, you have pi r square multiplied by h. Okay, let me show you that video in order to explain why this is your pi, right? Give me 1 second, sorry. Okay, so this is basically explanation for the cylinder and its surface area.
Okay. So
Is it audible?
I have this sheet of paper. Does it resemble a cylinder at this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now considering that the edges of this paper do not overlap, right? So they're
Okay.
not overlapping, right? So what would the circumference of this circle be? Just this circle, the circumference.
So 2 pi r.
2 pi r, right? Now when I open this as a sheet of paper, what is this length now?
It is equal to 2 pi r.
2 pi r से equal होगी, right? So that is the basic concept कि जो rectangle बनेगा उसकी जो length होगी it will equal to 2 pi r.
Okay. Now I understand.
Right? Now look back at this image. Right? So this is that sheet of paper again. यहाँ आपका center है. Right? And you basically cut through it. Okay, from here till here, right?
Okay.
Now since you cut it and then you opened it, so this length will now look like this, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay? So now it's equal to 2 pi. And then जो इसकी normal length थी यहाँ से यहाँ तक, that is its height. Okay? So the height remains the same. So 2 pi r multiplied by h will give you the area of this rectangle. So the surface area of a cylinder is equal to 2 pi r square plus 2 pi r h. Make sense?
Yes, sir. ठीक है.
ठीक
The
होगा?
2 pi r square is the area of circle and the 2 pi r h is the area of rectangle.
Yep. Okay. So we've got
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So, यहाँ पे, when we're talking about the length of this cylinder, when we open it up, the length portion, when we open it up, we have 2 pi r as the length, and obviously the height remains the same. So we have 2 pi r h as the area of this rectangle. Okay. And again, when we talk about the area of a circle, it is sorry, pi r squared. And since we have 2, it's pi r square plus pi r square, which gives you pi r square times 2 plus 2 pi r h. Okay. Now, if you look closely, you can see that there are some terms that we can take common. For example, 2 pi r, if we take common from both sides, r plus h. Did this make sense? So, yeah, yes or no? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So let's keep it till here and let's solve a few questions. A box is a cube of side 10 centimeters. Now it said cube. Now can you give me the total surface area and its volume? बताओ. It's a cube, right? What is the formula for cube's volume? What's the formula for its surface area? जल्दी बताओ. Let me move forward. Am I audible?
Volume is 1,000.
Yes. So yeah, that's good. And surface area.
Is it 3,600?
3600 percent because it's 6 times 10 square. 6 square, sorry. Yeah. 6 times 10 square is 600. Okay, makes sense.
Yup.
Okay, now you have a cuboid for three different dimensions. पहले volume question में follow कर. बताओ.
Volume is 936.
Yes. Surface area के लिए क्या करोगे? Okay, let's make this cuboid. So yeah, and then you have the dimensions which are 13 12 by 6, right? So one face will have 13 by 6. One face will have 12 by 6, right? So ये दो होगा आपके पास 13 into 6, 12, 6, right? So we'll have two of these, right? And then you have this one face which is 12 by 13. And now you'll add these, multiply करके जल्दी बताओ.
612.
Yes. Okay.
But I have a question.
Yep.
How did we know which one is length, which one is height?
You don't have to. So yeah. Whenever you make it, since it's a regular shape, no, so basically one side I can make this cuboid by making two squares. Okay. It's not even a square, it's just making the rectangular square. And then I'll copy this. Yeah. So now these are these two faces. And then what I'll do is I'll join these two, right? Corner to corner. Okay. So I know one of these faces is 12 by 13 and the other face is 6. Yes?
Okay.
Okay. So this face, the bottom one will be 6 by 13, yes?
Yeah.
Right? So this one is 6 by 13. What about this one? This one is
12 by 6.
yes, 12 by 6. What about the one in front? This one.
12 by 13.
Okay. So yeah, 12 by 13. Okay. So and you always have two of these faces because like, it's a cuboid, right? So it's going to have two faces. So multiply these by 2 and you add them. Okay. Opposite. So let's see this question before this one and then let me know the volume and the total surface area.
Which one are we doing?
Question 4.
I am done.
Okay, let me know. Bata. What's the volume? What's the surface area?
Volume is 9,000.
Yes.
The surface area is 1600.
1600. कैसे किया?
Same method.
Method. अच्छा, what did you do? Did you draw a triangle? Did you draw a rectangle on that?
I kind of did.
You did. You drew a cuboid? Yes. So, what was the value? 35.
30 is length.
Yeah.
20 is edge.
So you have one which is this one. Okay. इसकी क्या height है? इसका क्या dimensions?
30 by 15.
Okay. So you get 35. Then you have this one. What are the dimensions for this?
20 by 15.
So this is 20 by 15. And if we multiply this by it is how much?
30 by 20.
35. Okay. Now you add all of these and then you multiply the answer by 2 and you get how much? You can also always add these all and then multiply the answer by 2. Okay. What's your coming as? So, yes.
2700.
So this question number 5 is homework. And then we'll look at cuboids. We won't look at cuboids further, we'll look at cylinders and tubing. Okay. So question number 5 now. Screenshot लेना. Done.